All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to Boxing with Friends, the dawn of a new day in America. I'm your host, Tony Desper, here with Kyle, Katie, Jake, Nick, Kate. Andy Maz is, can I say what Andy's doing?
No.
She's away on assignment, fine. She's away on assignment, but...
I'm also away on assignment.
Why don't we talk...
assignment.
Can you say where your secret location is?
I'm in Tucson working on a TV show.
Yeah, but you can't say which one.
No. But I'm in the desert and I'm in a bubble and it's very nice here.
Yeah. It's very nice here as well. I feel very relieved that Joe Biden has been elected president. I was really bummed out on Tuesday because I was like, fuck Michigan, fuck all this.
I was so mad at Michigan Tuesday night when I went to bed. I went to bed early too. I drank a lot.
Yeah.
And I was done by 10, but I was so fucking mad at Michigan when I fell asleep.
I was more anxious Wednesday than Tuesday because I knew Tuesday we weren't going to have any like official results, but my stomach was very upset seeing a lot of red.
Dude, I couldn't stop refreshing.
I know it was
so stupid.
Yeah. It was so bad. It was like I had one monitor. I was doing like reports and like looking, and then like every 2 minutes I'd go over to NPR and I'd click it and see the numbers and be like, crunching numbers like an accountant. And I was like, okay, and then if we get this and if we get that. Only time I've liked math.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I kept doing this thing where I would wake up at like 3 a.m. and then I would just check Twitter and I would check NPR and then I would go back to sleep at 5. Like I did it every night for 3 nights straight, like from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. I would just wake up and see what's up.
Yeah, I feel my sleep schedule was all messed up just because I'd be like looking at it and then I wake up super early and then on Friday night, like I was up super late and I couldn't sleep, and then I slept in, and then I woke up to a text from my mom that was like, "Finally."
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's nice.
We finally stole it, guys.
Yeah.
All that cheating we did finally
my mom
paid
told
off.
me too. My mom yelled upstairs and said, "Hey, he won." I'm like, oh, "Okay," and then I was like, "What the fuck's up with the stimulus, though?"
Yeah,
that's pretty much how. That's all I really care about right now. I mean, I love Kamala, vice president, black woman, but I want my stimulus though too. So
where's our Christmas stimulus, baby?
I was just it's not gonna. Trump's gonna wreak havoc, and I guess he'll still be president at Christmas time. But I was just. I think we would all just voted for not Trump,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's true. Do you guys feel confident there will be a stimulus package now? I mean, I know the Senate still is up for grabs.
No, those fuck-ups couldn't even take the House or the Senate.
Yeah.
And Mitch McConnell won by
there's a runoff in Georgia, so
there is a runoff in Georgia. So please vote.
Yeah, I will say I agree with you, Nick. It was disheartening.
Yeah, to barely eke out a victory against Donald Trump is that's disheartening to say the least.
For them to say that it was like fraudulent when we couldn't even when the other side couldn't get the House or the Senate.
It is delightful though to see him flounder and scramble and be humiliated. He's very funny. Look, I don't want to make anybody mad, but I'm gonna miss him. He made me laugh. He's the funniest president we've ever had unintentionally.
He's gonna have a Twitter account post.
Yeah,
I see him going to like talk radio or maybe Apprentice. Seriously,
well, there's rumors that he's gonna officially buy his own TV station when this is all over, and that way he network, and then he'll have the news.
The bank's going that his biggest lender is like defaulting on him though, so like
really
he owes them like $1 billion, and they want to cut all ties with him.
And he's facing tax charges and stuff in New York, and it's not federal. So even if, like, let's say he's convicted on that, like if the next president that comes up, like there's a Republican, they can't pardon him. They can only pardon at the federal level. So
No, poor
Yeah,
guy.
that's a
Oh,
shame.
poor guy.
On the show tonight, we have musician Evan Weiss and comedian Melanie Hearn. I just wanted to mention that up top before we get back to the election talk. If you have comments for us, leave them in there, and we might feature them on the screen. Hopefully positive. I feel positive, like this is a week of positivity. But yeah, I'm curious as to really what Katie mentioned, the runoff in Georgia, and like
And
because
shout out to fucking Stacey Abrams, because like, I mean,
yeah, her
it's
voter
remarkable.
registration,
She registered 800,000 people.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And also shout out to Detroit, not specifically Detroit, not
Mhm.
Michigan, but I mean, although we carried some counties, but Detroit really came through in this election, and really, I mean, people of color, I'm going to say, came through because they voted in much higher percentages for Biden than
especially women of color carrying this damn vote count. Because if you look at the numbers.
And we're also keeping Big Gretch because she took herself out of the running for cabinet position. So,
and she didn't get kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly. way to go on that. Yeah, I do wonder how much of an influence Trump will have on all, like, just like the national attention after he's not president.
I'm so excited to just not hear about the president.
Yeah,
I know. When you think about, like, I mean, really, he was in the headlines every single day of those 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, the last 4 years has honestly felt like a decade. This past year has felt like 5 years.
Yeah.
Last week felt like 1 year. I don't know what time
it is. My thing is, like, do you guys think his brand is going to survive?
Absolutely.
I think so. But think about it. I mean, almost half the country voted for him.
Yeah.
Or half voters voted
but
for
we're
him.
talking about, like, now he needs to, like, do deals with billionaires again and, like, foreign people again. And his name is, I think, really tainted right now.
Yeah, but
the thing is, before he was president, Trump was, like, synonymous with wealth, like the name. And, like, now that's not the demographic that he markets towards.
Yeah.
Very true.
He should just start a store and just sell merch.
Make America great.
Like the dollar store in Times Square or something.
Yeah, something like that.
You know what I was thinking about? The people that were all saying keep America great and make America great, like, they were miserable the entire time. Like, everything they complained about happened during Trump's presidency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, my whole town is miserable. And it is the best feeling ever. I, like, literally went to the grocery store today and I was just like, and everyone's just so sad. And it's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
What was I going to say? Let's talk. Katie had this idea. I thought it was a good idea. If we go around and talk about one positive thing that has happened in the past week that we consider a positive thing.
To us, that happened to us.
Yeah. Jake, why don't you start?
Go to somebody else.
Okay, that's not very positive, but I'll start. What do you call it? My neighbor, he raked the front of my front yard today for no reason. Yeah,
that's really nice.
Yeah, I was just looking for something to do. I was like, this is what being a little old lady feels like. It was very nice, and it's like he's much older than me, and he's retired. Maury, shout out Maury. And I took the dog for a walk, and when I came back, the front yard was raked. So I was like, yeah,
shout out Maury.
Yeah, so it's a positive thing that happened. Also, Biden got elected. So. But who's next? Who's the next brave person?
I can go.
Okay, Kyle.
There was I had a lot of friendship from Detroit and visit me in LA this week.
Okay, shout out.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave, who was in the band Fireworks with me. And then my friend Chris came out. And with Dave, we went boating, and then with Chris the next day I went hiking in the Santa Monica Mountains, and so that was really nice. And then I got a call to join this production here in Tucson, and that was on Saturday, and I got to Tucson Sunday night.
Yeah.
So
Which we can't.
Friendship.
And again, we can't say the name of the show.
No, I think I signed something that says.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, we can say what show it isn't. It's not. I don't know. I can't even think of a show.
It's not
on
This
there.
Is Us.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Bob's Burgers.
No, it's not animated.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird if you had to go on location for an animated show. But yeah, congrats on getting that job, man. That's really cool.
Yay, Kyle.
Yeah, unexpected, but it's cool.
You are officially part of Hollywood.
Yeah,
you made it, big buddy.
Yeah, Hollywood is everywhere.
Yeah.
Who's next? Jake, are you ready yet, or you want us to keep skipping over you?
Sure, I'll go. Fuck. I had to think for a second.
Fuck it. Well, Jake, I know. I want you to come in with the right mindset, Jake.
I couldn't think of anything. This didn't happen to me. It happened to my mom, but she hit the lottery last week. It's cool.
Wow.
What?
I mean, it's not
how many million? Can you say?
No million.
No okay.
It's in the thousands.
Hell yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's in the low thousands, but it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good for her. Also, what else? I got a lead on some possible career choices. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, I need y'all advice on that after the show. But anyway,
might lead to a sponsorship.
Bought this cool Charlotte Hornets hat.
Love that.
Dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to Samuel Healy. His name I forgot his name, but I forgot his name. But he got cool stuff on Instagram. I'm gonna look up his name or Caitlin, look it up real fast.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
As you can see, I'm a big fan of like retro shit, Viper.
I used to go to Vipers games all the time.
Yeah. And also got a pair of shoes, some Nike Air Raids back in the day.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So
some balling joints. So yeah, man.
Shout out. It's Sports Stop Sammy Vintage Closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sports Stop shit. That fucked it up already. Sports Shop. Sports Stop Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy Vintage Closet.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A closet full.
I hope y'all heard that. But anyway.
Yeah.
We can post on our Instagram and tag the account.
Yeah, tag. Yeah. So that's my week. Go ahead.
Yay!
Hey, Nick, what's going on with you?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. I can think of one thing.
I don't have anything terribly positive to report, I'm afraid, but I'm wondering, anyone out there, could I use your Adobe login?
Oh, you texted
that
me
shit's
about
like
that.
$54 a month.
I didn't respond to you.
Like split, hit me up in those DMs on social media. That would be great. Oh, I can think of one thing. I was playing Resident Evil Resistance the other night, and I triple tapped one of these guys with grenades, and he was so pissed. And it made my day. It really felt really good.
And what were you playing Resident Evil on, Nick?
That was on my PS4.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, you're talking about
my... tried.
Well, this is not the sort of thing you want to, grandstand about. I bought something.
I don't know, but I think it's good for the show. It's good for this.
Okay, yeah. I got a new computer.
There you
go. That's a positive thing. That
is a positive thing. I need a new computer. But money.
I know.
I would give you my Adobe login, but my work pays for it, and they would fire me. So
I understand completely.
Kyle,
I might be persuaded.
Oh, Kyle!
Ooh.
Kyle coming through. See, that's what friendship is all about, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Kate, bring us home.
I woke up one morning and my check tire light was on, and I was like, "Oh, great." And so I took it to the place I got tires from because they were under warranty. And they said, "Oh, no, your tire gauge cap is stuck. And we're not going to touch it because if we break it, we have to buy it." And I went to like 6 different tire places and no one would touch it. And then finally someone's like, "All right, we'll try to take it off. But if it breaks, you're paying the $85 to replace the sensor." And I said, "Okay." And it didn't break. So it was free.
All right.
Nice.
And it's COVID. So $80 is a lot right now.
Yeah.
So that made me feel good.
I have to ask, are you sleeping in your car? Because you said you woke up and your check tire was.
I am. Yes,
okay.
Me and the family are sleeping in the car. We still have the house, but we just prefer to sleep in the car.
Yeah, I mean the weather's been great. What family?
Yeah, it's been beautiful outside.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll go, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Everyone else is gone.
Yeah, Katie, bring us home. I said Kate, bring us home, but I meant Katie combo.
Well, I guess I'll say I finished an 8-week class online through the Pack Theater. My class show is on Friday night at 10 p.m. Pacific or Eastern Standard Time. So I'll have a link for that by Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'll share it on the social media.
Great.
Yay.
Yeah, check that out.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That rocks.
Yeah.
That rocks.
I love comedy. I miss performing.
I do too. Though this is sort of a performance.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of,
Aren't we all wearing our masks, really, when you think about it, guys?
We are.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I do even less prep for this than I would when we would do improv shows.
Yeah, it's kind of just I kind of go upstairs. I'm like, all right, guys, I'll be back.
Yeah.
I will say to piggyback on that, the class show, special shout out to my friend Patty who helped me out.
Nice.
Patty Rooney.
Patty Rooney.
I will say I put a lot of effort into this show like earlier on in the week, and then like the performance of it is.
You do a lot, Kyle. Don't cut yourself short.
Yeah, no, guys, we're mailing it in, and let's be honest about that.
Big time. Big time.
But we don't have an option.
But it's first class mail. Think about that.
And that's true.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're dealing with the times we live in. It's fine. It's fine. This is like,
yeah. Theaters can be open in Michigan. Why aren't you guys performing without me?
Yeah.
You know why?
I know why.
I don't know why.
Because it won't be funny without me.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. You make the show, Kyle. We all agree.
Yeah.
You are. You're kind of like the Band-Aid for the Friends group.
Yeah, I was the star of the show. No, you guys are all equals. Don't.
We are
a big Hollywood star now.
One body.
I just can't wait
so hot.
to get our checks that you promised us, Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, we still getting that money?
Though, would you accept
all the shows we did together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever promised us those checks is defaulted.
Well, times are tough for everyone. Jake is muted for some reason, probably to fart. Then he has no reaction to that. Look, he's got that quiet fart. He's trying not to lean in his chair. He's got the quiet.
He doesn't want to smile because they'll give it away.
Yeah. So, what are people's plans for the holidays with COVID coming up? I know they announced today there was a vaccine with like 90%. Yeah.
Yeah. I made a little post last night because I was just a little frustrated. I'm going to say it again right here. 2020 has not been normal for anybody, so let's not assume that it should be normal just because a holiday is coming. So stay the fuck home, wear a mask, and like be responsible. Thank you. That is my shortened TED Talk.
So, do you plan to not spend the holidays with your family at all?
No, but mine is broken.
Well, I mean, you talk to your siblings, right?
I do. Yes. Yeah. If I see anybody else, see my sister.
What's broken?
Yeah.
My family. My home. But that being said, I have been getting tested very often. And if I do see them, I will be getting tested multiple times before I see them.
Okay.
Caitlin's talking about HPV, by the way. And,
oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I myself got the vaccine. I don't know.
I'm getting tested for HPV. Sorry.
I don't know what I'm doing for the holidays. I have a ticket home, but I don't know what I'll do. So it's gonna be cold there, and I don't want to put my parents at risk, so I have to stay somewhere else. I will probably come home though.
I was gonna say, like, as much as like we all love you, it's like, why would you leave California
in winter?
I want to see my peeps. At the
I will be visiting my family, but they're bubbling. Like, it's my sister and brother-in-law, my parents, and the grandkid are all together.
Well, and you're being very responsible.
Yeah, and I'm by myself. All by myself.
We're all responsible adults.
We're big Eric Carmen fans here.
Yeah.
At Friends.
I
Tony,
know.
I have a question about your Thanksgiving. I'm curious.
Yes.
So, like, if your parents were to put out the spread or something, is it like half American Thanksgiving food and half delicious homemade Indian food, or is
no, and it's really out of spite. Like, you know, in the early days, we would have like, you know, family friends over, and they would like, you know, hate turkey and stuff. And my mom would always bitch about having to make. But my mom would bitch about having to make separate Indian food for them. She's like, just assimilate, you know.
Yeah.
So now we're straight American, you know, TV Thanksgiving all the way.
Yeah, my grandma would like make the turkey dinner and everything, and then also a lasagna.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If we have a guest that like hates turkey, then my mom will do it, but she doesn't like it. So
we have a guest now. We could bring him in. He might like turkey.
All right.
That's a segue.
That is a hell of a segue. Why don't you introduce our guest, Kyle?
Yeah. Well, our next guest is Evan Weiss. He's from the band Do It Over It, Pet Symmetry. There.
Well, like I just feel like I went because I work from home. I've been working from home since March, so this is it's basically like I'm still working from home with all.
All right,
yeah, that's what we wanted this to feel like.
Yeah, it should feel like work.
But happy Trump week, and it's good to be here with all y'all.
Yeah.
Hey. Are those all records behind you?
They are. Yes. No, they're calendars. I guess that joke. Yeah. So I'm an avid collector, but I also worked years ago in my late teens and early 20s, worked for a record distributor for several years. So that fed a very brutal addiction, which touring for years also did not help. So now I'm in the process of trying to unload a lot of this stuff or some of this stuff. And only because we're Alex, my girlfriend, and I have been talking about buying a home. And the thought of moving all of this,
heavy too,
like jump off a cliff. So
yeah, where are you calling from, Evan?
I'm in Chicago, Illinois.
Cool.
I'm in Logan Square.
Nice.
Chilling right by the boulevard. It's that beautiful week this week. It's been like 60 degrees and sunny. I don't know what it's been like in Michigan. I mean,
about the same. 70s.
Imagine what it's like in Tucson. I didn't know Kyle was in Tucson this whole time.
Yeah. Well, that's a new development. So
yeah,
it's like 60 to 50s. It's like chilly but nice.
That's my favorite temperature.
Yeah,
I think it like gets like above 60. I just sweat from every part of my body.
I love a good jean jacket weather.
Yeah. I want the sweater. I want the flannel.
I brought a jean jacket. I'm not
Windows
gonna lie.
down, you know.
Yeah, I want people here to know that I'm punk, but I have to wear a safety vest.
Tattoos on your hands and your neck, so you can just
yeah.
Can you put a couple buttons? You want me to
I just move it aside and be like, "There's this is a jean jacket."
Yeah, I always made jokes about like. Like my tattoos go like right up to my wrists, but that's how you break into corporate America and then change it from the inside out.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Does your job now care about tattoos or no?
No, not at all. Yeah. I work for a website called reverb.com.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Reverb.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
What do you do over there?
For Reverb, and I'm one of two people that does partnership work with brands. So if you're seeing like new product release promotion or marketing or advertising, that's me.
Yeah.
Nice.
So tattoos could theoretically earn you a promotion at Reverb.
Definitely a good look for a rocker.
Yeah.
I sold something on Reverb a few years ago, and I had to talk to the customer support on the app or whatever, and they answered my question, and they just came back with all these like super deep inside jokes, and I was like, "Who is this?" and it ended up being Brian from Weekend Nachos.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
No, if you play in a band, and we know that you play in a band, there's a note on your account that says who you are and what band you're in.
Oh, that's
nice.
funny.
That's good to know.
So we take care of our own. It's definitely there were many jokes for years that it was where like Chicago DIY went to die. where like everybody who played in bands in the mid 2010s all got jobs at Reverb now. That's like what we do. It's like the team that I'm on, or like I'm, kind of side by side with. It's Ron and Nick from Bong Ripper are on that team. Will from Castavet is on accounting. There's like a lot of people from this like kind of punk world that I came up in Chicago that work for the company. So it's pretty cool. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying any of that.
The boss is watching.
They could be. You never know.
That's true.
The internet's forever.
Hey, for your music needs, go to reverb.com, guys. That's all.
There you go. That's the plug. To be employed.
But you're originally from Philadelphia area.
Just outside of it, yeah. So I'm born and raised in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, which like if
so many people on the show from Philly.
New Jersey,
just the Philly area, but
yeah, from Philly.
So like I grew up there, and which Cherry Hill's like 15 minutes from downtown Philadelphia. It's like right across the bridge. It's basically like you cross the Ben Franklin, you're in Camden, and then Cherry Hill's the next town. So that's where I kind of cut my teeth, and I'm 36 now. So like when I was in my 14, 15 years old, that's where I was going to shows and hanging out. And I actually this week specifically unbelievably homesick.
Oh yeah.
Videos of fucking people like twerking in mailbox costumes and like Capitol building, and Gritty's out there getting fucking wild.
Gritty
Elmo's out there and shit. And it's fucking like
I saw a great illustration of Gritty with Count from Sesame Street. It made me very happy.
Oh,
Gritty is something else. Gritty transcends sport.
I know, and he's not been around that long, and he's just taken over.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Gritty identifies as they.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they are non-conforming. So, which is a very forward-thinking for
I'm surprised that the Flyers would be so forward-thinking.
It's awesome. The way the city is taken. I mean, really not just the city, but like the world. And before I always thought the Fanatic was the greatest mascot of all time, and still do, but now that Gritty is like side by side with the Fanatic, it's like Philly, in my opinion, is undefeated when it comes to killer mascots.
Yeah, I will say that Michigan does not have great mascots. Like there's Rory of the Lions,
Al the
Octopus, and then
what's the octopus?
What's the Paladin?
Oh, the Red Wings, right?
Yeah.
The Red Wings, because it used to take 8 games to win the Stanley Cup, and
they threw one on the ice.
Yeah, and so
still do.
Yeah.
I mean, not lately because of the Red Wings not doing so well, but their time will come again.
Hey, you know what? Believe in Stevie Y. He made some great decisions in this offseason.
Yeah.
Is Yzerman the GM or the owner?
He's the GM.
Yeah. We have Hextall as the GM.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, really?
1997.
90s hockey was just taking ownership of the league.
Yeah.
I would always be either the Red Wings or the Flyers when I would play like NHL 93 on the Mega.
And then they met.
Yeah.
1997.
That was a brutal year. I definitely I mean, you guys were talking about being bummed about sports teams. It's like I grew up a Philadelphia sports fan, which means I'm perpetually bummed practically all the time. So am I supposed to play a song? Or
Good transition.
You did my job for me.
Yeah.
What are you gonna play for us?
You
just put out.
I put out a record this year, which what a strange year to put a record out.
Yeah.
And I stopped touring in actually, it's funny because we're talking about the election and this is like such a specific thing, but like was in Europe when Trump had won last time in 2016. Yeah. And that day as a band, we decided to stop touring. And so came home, finished the rest of like whatever was booked. And then we all talked about like that day that we were going to try to get jobs and like kind of figure our shit out. And so now it's 4 years later and it's funny that we're talking this close to that, but like I had already kind of backed away from a touring lifestyle and now I'm putting out a record at a time where even if I wanted to tour, I could. And so it's just such I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's like such a strange and unique time to be putting out a record and people getting so creative. I'm inspired by like how creative people have been getting and trying to like promote their band or promote their music when being on the road is not a thing. And so I just put a record out in September, and it's called Figure, and it's the first thing I've done since 2015, 2016. And this is a song from that record. And I have to sing. I live in an apartment building like complex, and the walls are paper thin, so I can't sing super fucking loud. I'm like really embarrassed. No,
actually, if you could sing as quietly as possible, that might be hilarious.
just whisper. I didn't want to play at all. But anyway, this song's on that record. It's called "Living Up to Let You Down."
All right.
Cut me loose a 9-hour excuse, sunset visit to the reddest estates. It's new blues for the highway to choose, I-65 for when the hour is late. It's over or it's under, it's on the east side, and it's the setting for getting better. Apply the brakes and quit a common mistake. It's not a problem if I sit here and wait. Don't you know what they're about? Living up to let you down. So quick to strike up a tune on every evening where I carry us home. So quick to strike up a tune on every evening where I carry us. Bonfires, who drives the desire between the suburbs and what's left of this place. Tattoos, new boots and a noose, now just reminders of the city ahead. It's over or it's under, it's a disaster. Betting it's getting better, it's well spun for those who turn 21. Getting older doesn't brighten the day, but don't you know what they're about? Living up to let you down. So quick to strike up a tune on every evening where I set a song, and I'll sing along till the feeling's gone. I've got a couple dozen cities I could share with you, couple stories we could tuck beneath the tennis shoes, couple secrets we could hide between each other's hands, a couple moments we could squeeze between some other plans. We've got a couple different futures we could call your own, shared apartment or just talking on the telephone. You move a block away and we'll go on with both our lives in cold conditions where the past of alternating dies. Stiff drinks spinning before they sink, another neighborhood carefully drown. Farewell from the fever to tell, we need to move this to a new side of town. So I strike up a tune on every evening where I carry us home, and I'll sing along. So quick to strike up a tune on every evening where I carry us home. So quick to strike up a tune on every evening where I carry us.
All right.
Thanks, y'all.
Nice.
Awesome.
That was great.
That was great.
It wasn't that quiet.
Did it sound okay? I'm not used to it.
Yeah, I was waiting to hear like a
great.
pounding sound, like from the
Yeah,
Yeah, like fucking banging on the ceiling.
Yeah.
There's a guy who lives above us, and his name's Chris. He's really great. And every once in a while, we'll hear him at like really random hours of the night at like 8 or 9 p.m. do like Willie Nelson covers, and he'll like stomp on the floor with his boots.
Oh.
And I like, you know, we're like listening to records in here all the time, and you know, and I always feel like the guilty neighbor. Like I don't want to be like the noisy.
Yeah.
Only because we've had so many noisy people live upstairs over the years. Like I've been in this apartment for 9 years now, so I've seen a lot of people come and go, and just trying to be cool because like we're all stuck inside right now. Like there's not like any kind of escape or reprieve or anything like that. But yeah, I just try to be.
Is he one of the neighbors that complains?
No.
Okay. I was gonna be like, wow,
it's more of like my insecurity and guilt than it is.
Oh, okay.
Actually getting in trouble with the building. I you know, we're really good tenants here. At least I hope so.
9 years.
But conscientious. I've learned, you know, Philly me in 2008 would not be as conscientious as Midwest values me now, and it's like rubbed off on me in a way that I can't quite explain. I did mention I have a recording session I got to run to right now. So thank you guys so much
for coming on.
I'm glad you're
coming.
And so thanks, Donnie. Appreciate that, man.
Hey, Donnie.
It was great to see you, man.
Great to see you too, Kyle. Good luck on the show, dude. And thank you guys for having me. This was a treat. Love kicking it with old friends, even though you're not my old friends, but
you're a friend now.
Old friends. So
yeah.
Hopefully we get on another night when I don't have as much stuff to do.
Come back anytime.
And hell yeah, love to be back. Awesome. Stay safe, everybody.
All right, take it easy.
Bye, Evan.
Bye.
Cool dude.
Cool ass dude.
Yeah, that was really
dude.
So shop at reverb.com. You might run into him.
Mention
you come on Friends. Yeah.
For selling instruments and buying instruments.
Yeah, use the coupon code FRIENDS and be prepared to be disappointed.
Tell people that. You get sued.
Oh man.
I was told I can get a discount.
Yeah, this guy said say friends and I get 50% off. Yeah.
20% off all Fender products.
Well in jail. Actually, I'd probably be great in jail.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. If we got arrested
before the show, and then you literally just go, "I wouldn't do well in jail."
Yeah, I feel like you're reading something about like you just got a text from a friend that got arrested.
I wouldn't either. I don't want to.
I think I would do okay.
I think you would be like the queen.
Yeah,
like she's coming, guys. And we'd all have to like
jail ever. We should go together.
Definitely together.
Co-ed jail.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite search on the internet.
Co-ed jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
What's your favorite genre?
Yeah.
We already talked about our favorite porn genre.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're both prisoners in this one of these new co-ed jails that they just started doing.
I feel like you're starting a scene, like an improv.
He is starting a scene.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Let's cut to no.
Yeah.
But you guys ready for our next guest?
Yeah.
I want to give a warning though that I'm going to do an Irish goodbye at some point in this, and it has nothing to do with anyone on the show. I just have to go.
Yeah, because for work on your
go to the bathroom, and he doesn't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, it comes out. It has a mind of its own.
Yeah, but you have to continue work on that show, which is definitely not Insecure.
It's Friends.
Definitely not.
It's the Friends reboot.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds awful. I'm sorry.
He's working on Coming to America Part 2. That's what
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fair warning. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I wouldn't even just announce it. Just disappear.
That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Do what I do from every single social situation we're in.
We won't call you out like our last guest called out Nick for being gone.
Oh yeah.
It's happened a few times to Nick, though. I feel like a few guests have called him out.
It's happened to Jake as well.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, Jake just like to leave.
Well, not wait.
I'm supposed to feel bad about that because I went to take a piss.
Yeah, I took a piss.
Yeah, you're the one that brought it up. I think you're getting defensive. You're the one that brought up Nick.
No, fuck that.
Take a side.
And another thing. Why'd you have to bring up that I was muted? Why'd y'all have to bring that up?
Because it was so weird. It was just like, that's my job. I observe and call out. That's part of my new era, this new era of positivity.
Yeah, it was unnecessary though, but whatever.
This is Biden's America, Jake.
Yeah.
We're used to it.
Yeah,
By
sorry your candidate didn't win, Jake.
Kanye didn't win. He didn't.
All right. Our next guest, if you know Detroit comedy, you've seen her. I had the good fortune of hosting a show she performed at AWOL Theater. Shout out to AWOL. You might have seen her on Channel 4 Live in the D. Comedian extraordinaire, Melanie Hearn. Give her a big friends welcome, everybody.
Hello, what up, though?
What's up?
What up, though?
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. My teeth look good on here.
Yeah, we all started out as models. We were a modeling agency that became an improv troupe. So
okay, appreciate it.
How's it going on with you? You're talking to us from Detroit, but you were in LA. So I want to start by talking like that. So you actually moved out to pursue. How long have you been doing stand up, first of all?
It will be 6 years in January.
Okay. Wow. Oh, wow, it's coming up. Yeah. So happy anniversary.
Thank you.
And, like, from the time how did you get involved in stand up? Is this something you always wanted to do, or are you like, I'm just going to take a class, or people told you you're funny?
A combination of all of the above. It's kind of like the cliche story. Like, I always did funny shit when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, my grandma told me I was funny, but, that don't really matter. Your grandma loved everything. So my grandma be like, that's male niche. She can't get away. Because I used to play on my grandma's phone. And, if you remember the keyboards you used to have back in the day and you hit the demo button and then it comes with an automatic beat. I used to call my grandma's house and hit the demo like, turn your radio down. All the bands. Like, stop tying up my line. So like I used to do shit like that when I was a kid. So I was weird, but I didn't know why. You know what I'm saying? So I did all the regular stuff, like went to college. I was going to law school. I was a probation officer. I was a legal assistant. I did all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Worked at the cemetery, all this shit. And then I was like,
well, you worked what did you do at the cemetery?
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that. So listen, let me tell you how I got into comedy. Long story short, my mama was like, she bought me the pass to Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle for the class.
Oh, okay.
And because I had a bad breakup and I was kind of depressed. And she was like, oh, I'm tired of you walking around not smiling. So she bought me the tickets to the to the comedy class. Yeah. And then I walked in and the rest was history. And that was it. And that's how I started. But at the cemetery, it's such a very good story. When I'm on Ellen, I'm gonna have everybody in tears because I'm be like, comedy saved my life. But anyway, so I had ended up what ended up happening? I sold plots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I could
use one.
Yeah, I got you. If you pre-plan, like it's kind of grim. Like I just have to tell people that in a nutshell, because really I'm the person that you sit down with and make the arrangements. So basically, I have to wreck traffic when it's the day of the service. I'm the person like back the fuck up off the grave, or I will stop it right now. I bury cats, dogs, cremations. I know it sounds so horrible, but then on the other side, when I tell people it's commission, they be like, "Damn." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of money in lots of money in death.
Yeah, I feel like a used car salesman for death. It's like I be in there upselling like a mother. Oh, am I supposed to cuss? I'm sorry.
No, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
I upsell like a motherfucker, and I feel horrible. You know what I'm saying? But I got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? It's my job to inform you all your options because I don't want. If you want to spend this $10,000 on this? Hey, who am I to say?
Right.
Exactly. So you would sell
the plot over there in the sunshine.
So you would sell the funeral package in addition to the plot, or just the plot? Like what would you upsell?
Well, I was at the cemetery, so you could upsell anything. You could upsell the section. Like I got lakefront property. You know what I'm saying? Most might want to be about a tree. That stuff costs more. That costs more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You might want to be in the mausoleum. It costs to be over there on the wall, either, or it costs all the way to be up there. Don't nobody want to go see nobody and they all the way up here. You can't touch them. That's cheaper. But it costs more on that ground. I could upsell I sold the vault that the casket went in, and then I sold the headstones that the people get the big headstones. I'm like, you want a picture? You want marble? You want granite? You want a bench? You want two of them? What you want? Baby, you want bronze on bronze? I can, as a matter of fact, I can get you a whole pictorial on bronze. Okay, let me tell you something. I can upsell, baby. I can.
I want to be cremated and put into a snow globe.
Okay, I can sell you that too. Okay,
oh, wow.
I want to be.
That's cremation jury.
I want to be a tree.
I want to be cremated and put into brownie batter, and then you guys eat it.
Oh wow!
We'll do that.
I don't want to do that. I think that's nasty when people want to do that, and they be like, "Spraying my ashes." You know why? Because I don't know how you are as a person, Mr. O'Neill. So I don't want to eat you and take on your personality. So I don't know what kind of person. I'm just saying in general. So I might start acting Irish. And they like, why should I like a black ass Irish? Because I ate Mr. O'Neill's brownies and now I ate his DNA. I don't want to eat your ashes. You know. If I didn't kiss your lips, I don't want to eat your ashes.
We have a question from Tom Schultz.
So Melanie, how my bad. How would you think if you ate my ashes? How would you think you act if you ate my ass?
Still Irish.
I would be awkward from time to time. They'd be like, "Why Mel just stop talking?" And why Mel would just be like, "What? What'd you say?" Huh? And they'd be like, "What?" They'd be like, "Mel, rude as hell." Like, I don't want no rude ass ashes, Jake. I'm straight.
Jake is low key rude though. I have a really funny story about that.
Somebody want to know about a mediocre headstone? I can see something.
Yeah, that was the question. What's the most mediocre tombstone you ever saw? Also saying I want to make someone feel insecure in death. Like, what was the basic thing? Would it just be a name?
I would say the most mediocre ones is like when they get the granite on granite and like it's like it starts scratching out and you really can't see it. Anything that's flat on the ground, because if you want to make somebody feel mediocre in death, if they just don't even have one, or it's like cement or something, you know, or people be putting their own stuff out there. They be trying to put like a little.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. People do all types. Y'all don't even know. Y'all think the cemetery. I'm gonna do a whole thing about this.
I was gonna say you need
this is good.
Great business because it's emotional. People are emotional in weddings and funerals, and they are emotional and irrational, and they do stupid, crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it is what it is. So like, and I was the facilitator of the foolishness. So I mean, and here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. That's one of them jobs where, like, if you mess up, you kind of fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have messed up. Like the day of the service. Like, okay, this is not a funny, but like the day of the service, like, they was pushing the person in, and I didn't know it was a double. It was supposed to be a single. And they like, why you pushing my granddaddy all the way back? And I was like, that's the wrong size. Or you get out there and you didn't do the measurements right. For the niche where you put the cremains in, and that bitch be too big, and you be like, oh, okay, what we gonna do? We gonna take it back in the office and just transfer this to this. And you take this shit back home because it ain't gonna fit, and we just gonna sell this box in this motherfucker. I'm sorry. I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I have had some epic fuck ups at the cemetery where people be like, bitch, I hate you. And I'd be like, I fuck up from time to time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but you're only human.
You know, mine be like eternal fuck ups, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did hear you say that you were a legal assistant. I did that for a hot second, and I fucking hated
it. Hated it. I thought I wanted to do like. It's a difference between legal and like, because I was wanting to be. I went to law school. I was on my way to law school at UOD.
Oh wow!
And, I did like a little semester, and I was like, yeah, this shit's not. But I worked in probation. I was a probation officer, so I did probation for Washington County. That was pretty cool. That was much funner because criminals are much funner than regular people. You know what I'm saying? Like the legal part, because I work for this is how I tell people. I work for a foreclosure law firm, one of the largest ones in Michigan. So I took your house. I worked for the probation, so I took your freedom. And then I worked for a cemetery. I took your life. So I did all kinds of.
But you said you were a probation officer in Washtenaw. That's Ann Arbor, right? So what was it like?
Yeah.
You rode your skateboard through the.
No, you know what? It ran the gambit because Washtenaw, that was
really
too. Yeah, and that's how I figured out that. It's still racism. It's still racism and classism between drug addicts because it was like the pill popping soccer mom thought she was better than the heroin addict that was falling off the chair. And like it's just the same drug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so, just because the heroin addict was in Ypsilanti and you were a soccer mom in Saline, that don't mean shit. Like bitch, you still taking barbiturates and opioids and benzos, and you falling off the chair, and you still driving this fucking minivan over people at Arborland. So
children
with kids in the car. You know what I'm saying? At least he ain't got no kids in the car. He just fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
There he is.
So I saw it was a lot of I didn't like what I saw. You know what I'm saying? The distinctions they made between Ann Arbor, how they would make Ann Arbor and U of M, and they would cover it up, and then Ypsilanti and EMU, you know, they plastered. They getting murdered at Eastern, you know what I'm saying? Like bitches getting raped at U of M, and they getting robbed left and right. But you know, it's U of M, so what can you say? You know what I'm saying? So it was a cool little job. I will say one thing. Oh, y'all shouldn't even say. You know what? Fuck it. I don't even care. if it's a liability, then I'm already in trouble. I never had. That was like one of the best jobs I had because I had such access to so many men. You know what I'm saying? So many men. So what? They was on probation. They were still good men. Not everybody fucked up. You would date
some of your what is it, like a perp?
Okay, first of all,
Trolley.
First of all, he back there like Starsky and Hutch. First of all, who's the perp? Like, I'm not finna say anything now. I plead the fifth. Jay, what the fuck you got me on? Is he a cop?
you alluded to it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm trying to talk in terms. I shouldn't even say what county it was. But anyway,
I can't do this.
I allegedly had alleged. Look at him. Is he a cop? Because he all like, I gotta go. But
he's got warrants.
He had to go back. Yeah.
I had an alleged relationship with a person on alleged probation, and we was together for like 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then, you know, I allegedly cheated on him with another gentleman that was allegedly on probation in that same office. And let me tell you something. Revenge is a dish best served cold because the first guy I allegedly ended up dating broke my heart, and then later on down the line, I allegedly inadvertently ended up dating his cousin, who was also allegedly on probation there. And I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? So I had to leave this alleged county because people knew who I was. Allegedly, they know who I am. So, you know, and allegedly, here's another revenge, best circle. I had another boyfriend out there, and he was a real boyfriend. He was okay. He was all right. Yeah. And he actually got in trouble. And he thought he was from Ann Arbor, and I was from Detroit, and he thought he was better than me. Like, my parents have a trust fund and la la la, and he all this other kind of stuff. And he was a real jackass to me. And one day I was at work and the fax machine, and I was looking at the fax machine, and a judgment of sentence came over, which basically lets me know, are people getting paroled? Are they getting dismissed? Are they going to jail? Are they getting probation? Whatever. His came over. If I see MDOC, that's Michigan Department of Corrections, I know you're going to prison. Looked at the name and the birthday, and I was like, oh, he really didn't have an inheritance. He was out here scamming in the early 2000s. I had the original scammer out here making checks and all that type of shit. I wonder why he had a computer room. I'm like, why the fuck you had a computer room and you only dealing credit? Because I was used to dating diligently. I didn't know. Everybody I had cash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Allegedly. Shit.
Allegedly. Yeah. No. This is all alleged.
This is all allegedly dated people with questionable income. So allegedly. And they always had cash. And then this guy had credit. So I was like, oh, bitch, I got credit. But I didn't know that he was now this ain't a legend. He's a damn, you can go to Otis. So he's not a legend. He's convicted. He's been convicted and tried and released. But yeah, and so I seen he came over and he had all these counts of scamming and fraud. And I was like, look at that. You in prison and I'm the law.
Allegedly.
No, that's not alleged. That's not
okay. I see.
You can look his record up. That is actually, I know the law. He's actually that's produced on MDOC. I won't say his name, but he's on MDOC. He not gonna come do nothing to nobody. He a little lightweight. He nobody. Yeah. Tony over there like, listen, Mel, Jake, who you got on here all talking about shit? He ain't nobody. Ain't he nobody?
Yeah. Jake is just cool. He's just like, oh, whatever. Yeah, of course. Jake's very cool.
Yeah. Where does rude shit come from though?
Look, Jake is still thinking about that.
You know,
Jake, I've seen you cut to the chase. I've seen you just lose your cool. I've seen you just kind of be like, some people playing with the show, and you walk, they need to get the show started. Like I didn't see you just kind of. I didn't see you just outside the locker room. Jake was kind of hostile outside the locker room, taking Hennessy from the neck. I ain't want to put you out there. Jake was out there.
Oh, at the locker room, I was getting rude. Shit.
It ain't rude. You was just like, it was another side to Jake Ford. I didn't, I thought Jake was all like Talib Kweli. I didn't know Jake was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, you ain't know I was who a hard nigga?
Like I didn't know that you would turn into. He had a little Nipsey in him. He turned. No, you just turned into a Detroit Negro.
Yeah, I did.
Detroit. I didn't know, because here's the thing. I don't care where you from. At the end of the day, you gonna turn that Detroit, and he just turned into like he wasn't even Jake. Call him Jay. That's what it was. This is Jake. Y'all know Jake in this improv. Mm-hmm. When Jake comes to comedy, he turns to Jay. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Jay is the comedian. Jake is the improver. That's what it is. That's that. Yeah, Jay. Yeah. You get to drink a Hennessy from the neck out there and talk.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. It was the hen dog. I think that's what it was.
You think? You think?
Yeah. Well, Mel, you also. Oh,
go ahead, Jake.
Yeah. You also. Fuck, I was about to say. Oh yeah. You did you performed at my sister's birthday party. It was a virtual event, and it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of weird going in, but it worked out. I mean, yeah. I was just, thoughts on that? I don't know. I don't know how to host. I can't fucking host.
No, you said, that was a good job. How was it performing at Jake's sister's birthday party virtually?
I'm glad you asked, Jake.
Well, Jake was too busy beating himself up over asking a question. You know what I'm saying? I just said the same thing.
Jake's a little flustered.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was fun. I had a good time. It was kind of weird going in because I'm used to a live audience and hearing the response. But what actually made it cool is that they unmuted, and I think that makes a big difference, because when you unmute, I can catch that audience reaction. Obviously, if it's maybe too many people, you can't unmute it. But if it's like a nice crowd, then you can unmute. And I like it. It was intimate. They were fun. You can kind of play with people because you can see their background, so you can still gives you a chance to do crowd work.
Yeah.
So to speak, because you can see the backgrounds and kind of roast the background or whatever it is that they're doing. So it definitely is a difference when you had the mics unmuted. And they were ready to have fun. And that's the biggest thing. Like, no matter where you're at, it's still, whether it's a virtual show or a live show, if the people aren't coming to have fun anyway, then it's going to make your job hard. So
it's always about the crowd.
Yeah. So I can, so if they just sitting there stiff, it's just going to be, and I have to work hard, then I was going to have to work hard if they were sitting in the club. You know what I'm saying? So
it's kind of like sex. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to work hard at that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sometimes I can be a lazy lover. I don't want to work hard.
Have you done a lot of online virtual shows, or?
I did a few here and there, not as many as I like. I think I'm thinking about throwing one myself during the holiday season to, Yeah,
so, we were talking about that with was that the Home for the Holidays?
Yes, Home for the Holidays with Melanie and Friends. I'm putting that out there. You guys look for that. Home for the Holidays, Melanie and Friends will be streaming probably Eventbrite, and I'll have things available for you 1st of December. We're going to do that. Look at that. There it is. Now I'm committed.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking to do, something for the holidays, because here people are going to be sold in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And just finding something to do. But I've done a few and just getting my feet wet. And another thing, every platform is different. Mm-hmm. Like Facebook is different from if you did a Zoom, and Zoom is different if you did like an Instagram. Like everybody's a little bit different. So it's just kind of finding your way on the technical part on the platform, and then like the audience. So everybody's a little bit different too.
So do you have an idea of what you want Home for the Holidays to be? Will it just be you and other comics, like, shooting shit, or just like, will it be like actual performances for an audience? Like doing sets?
Actually, you know what? I was going to do sets, but thank you, Tony. It's just going to be shooting the shit. Home for the Holidays. Thank you.
There you go. See, I'm an executive producer now.
He's available. So,
that's what I'm looking to do. But it'll probably be, obviously some comedy. in there as well. But yeah, that might be the play. But because and I also have a show that I'll be doing again. It's called Follow Me on at Last Tuesday Comedy on Instagram. I had a monthly comedy show out in Glendale that I was doing before the pandemic hit. So I'm going to be relaunching that virtually in the new year as well.
Yeah. Speaking of Glendale, what led you to move out to California?
I was sick of Detroit. Like I feel. I mean, honestly,
when did you move? When did you move?
I moved when did I leave? Last September.
Oh, okay.
Same time Kyle moved out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was like that month. I think Kyle, Justin was there. Kristen Cunningham was there. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of other Detroit comedians that were out there. I was just sick of Detroit. I mean, just I was done working at the cemetery because when I left, I was working at the cemetery. So I had been working at the cemetery for like 5 years, and that's a lot. That's a lot to take in emotionally. So I was burning my candle at both ends. So I was sitting with families, planning funerals and services during the daytime and telling jokes at nighttime. So my brain was just like,
yeah, that's hard emotional. I mean,
it was like a high and a low. It was too many highs and lows for me.
Trying to do comedy during a pandemic is like also just like, oh, there's like tons of people dying, but let's find the funny.
Yeah, so it was definitely like which I will say comedy was kind of healing because I did have some of my clients coming to some of my shows and it kind of helped them out. But like I said, then I felt like I kind of not like that, but I did a lot in those 5 years. I was blessed to do a lot in the 5 years that I started comedy here in Michigan. And I feel like it was just time for me to move to, and do something different. Like I had been up north, I had been far east, I had did the clubs, I was, doing Ohio and, the Midwest. And I was like, well, I might as well, like, why not? And,
And how was your experience in LA before COVID hit?
Interesting, exhausting.
Oh, really?
LA is exhausting to get around. First of all, it's just utterly exhausting. Like it's, you know what? And I didn't have a car, so I was on the bus. So that's super exhausting. So just it was new to me, new surroundings. Like I was living with my cousin, and my cousin and her boyfriend were gracious enough to let me live with them. So it was just different, giving up an apartment. I'm a grown woman, so giving up an apartment and a car. And living in somebody's back room, catching the bus, asking to borrow somebody's car and shit. I'm grown. So it was a humbling experience. It's an hour and a half for me to catch the bus. And I moved to South Central. So it was an hour and a half for me to catch the bus from South Central to Hollywood. So I moved basically from Detroit to Detroit. I literally lived down the street from the Marathon store. Like where Nipsey Hussle was, I literally lived down the street.
Oh, wow.
From where Nipsey, rest in peace, Nip. Neighborhood. So I definitely lived down the street from there. So it was a new experience every day. So with the midst of all of that going on, I was going to the Comedy Store, and the Comedy Store when you get to California, now you realize why you're doing comedy, and it's scary. It's scary because you can really go from being nobody and nobody knowing you to this. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of got to be ready. I wasn't used to doing 3-minute sets, which is very different for me. In the Midwest, we do longer sets. In the Midwest, we kind of a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
I had to my style of comedy changed up a little bit, just adjusting and finding a different voice because now I'm dealing with people who might not say I do a joke about Kohl's. Everybody might not know what Kohl's is. I'm at the Comedy Store. I may have people from, Dubai. I have performed and it was people, from the Middle East. Yeah. And luckily what ended up saving me was the fact that we're from Detroit and we have such a heavy Middle Eastern culture that I was able to connect on that level. So it made me realize that I needed to broaden my jokes a little bit more, and like I said, and go in and hit them in the 3 minutes. And then also it's not just about telling jokes. It's about having an act, a persona, a personality, that it factor. Like I know what they're saying when they mean that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like anybody can sing, but can you sing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like you could tell a joke, but can you entertain the crowd? Can you engage the crowd? So I learned doing all that in 3 minutes. And I will say things were going well. I had ended up catching the eye of the booker who was there. Okay. And that's scary because now the booker's like, I see you. So now it's a different
Right.
pressure.
Now the pressure's on.
Now the pressure's on. And so first you were doing potluck, which is with, the draw. And then after that, it's the friends and family, what you do. And then I was doing like the friends and family and was a larger crowd. And now the people are looking at you and all this other kind of stuff. So, it's nerve wracking. And then at the same time, it's exciting because, I was walking down the hallway and I walked in and I'm like, who is that on stage? Let me go look. And it's Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You go in and Damon Wayans is doing 45 minutes and then Damon Wayans Jr. get up. You know what I'm saying? Or, you got Mr. Cooper grabbing you saying, hey, let me help you with jokes. Or, it's all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That can happen. Or you see Dave Chappelle or, it's like, it's one of those kind of things that anything is possible. Like anything is possible. So
do you feel like that you had a different kind of edge though, coming from like the Midwest, but like particularly Detroit, like because like improv and stand up, there's just like such a different mentality, I feel like for.
I would say I absolutely did because Detroit has, and people will say it, Dave Chappelle said it on Big Sean's album.
Yeah.
Detroit has one of the toughest crowds for comedy.
Yeah.
Period. We don't care who you are, you know, and you can be at the local bar and they came in for the show for free, didn't pay a dime, but they expecting Kevin Hart level comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like I ain't getting paid for $30 and you didn't pay for nothing.
Yeah.
If you want Kevin Hart level comedy, no, you're gonna get this $75 worth of joke comedy. That's what you're gonna get. And if I feel like working my comedy out, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna suck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're gonna understand with $75, like I have to like let people know sometimes. Like, listen, you need to understand I came out to do this for the love. We don't get paid a whole lot of money when we go to shows, but we have to go out, and I want people to understand it's not that comedians, and I know in improv, I don't know how it works, but it's like we got to get paid. Okay, listen. When you ask us to do these little shows in these bars and stuff, I don't care if it's $10. Give me $10. Okay, I don't want your drink ticket. Save your drink ticket and give me the damn $10. Let me go get my own drink or buy a piece of McDonald's, whatever the fuck I want to do. But at least pay me for my craft because I got to make money and I have to do these shows because that's how I make bigger money. So it's like, listen, just respect our craft.
Yeah.
Any promoter that is watching, respect our craft. I don't care who you are. If you're a rapper, respect the craft. If you want me on the show, pay me. Period. Now let me tell you, I'm gonna do it for free.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it for free.
The Comedy Store, speaking of which, that was like a site of the famous comedy strike, and the improv, like back in the day, because they didn't pay comics anything once upon a time, and they went on strike, and they ended up getting paid just like like a basic thing. Improv right now, for the most part, the majority of people had to or don't get paid. We don't get paid for most of stuff, but I think that's going to change eventually if improv continues to get more. Who knows now with all this stuff going on?
I mean, which is crazy because I don't understand, because if anybody watch Whose Line Is It Anyway, and the show was on forever, and people who do improv, and you know what I'm saying, and people who came from this world, I don't understand why, you know what I'm saying? And it's
it's bullshit. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
If you want to see me, pay me. You can't do it.
You want us to dance?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you're not just gonna dangle the carrot in my face and think I'm gonna just dance around. And the thing is, you can. And a lot of the things, and I think even what it is with anybody's craft, and especially, and I know this is probably other places, but Detroit is really, really good with this with comedy. A lot of people in the audience will think they can do it, and they think they can do it better than you. And they probably look at improv and be like, "Oh, I can do that. All you gotta do is tell me a little couple words, and I'm just thinking in my head." And it'd be like, and they think it's just that easy, and it's like it's not, And then when they get up there, they looking like a deer in the headlights, like, okay, now what you want me to say again? Oh, I'm nervous. You go first. You go first.
Yeah, right.
But you was talking big shit in the audience. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden you want me to, so this is like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, beat it. So I definitely get it. Pay us.
Hey.
Yeah. Do you play a lot of rooms besides the Comedy Store?
When I was out there?
Yeah.
I did the Comedy Store. I did the Hollywood Improv, which it was going good. The Booker at the Improv knew me. You know, like stage time is very hard to come by in California. So before everybody want to jump up and move to California, understand stage time is hard. Like I was used to getting on a mic 3 or 4 times a week as opposed to once a month, or you know, like if somebody was doing the backyard show or somebody was doing the show and they saw me and they was like, hey, come do the show. Yeah, that was the love. But other than that, between the actual clubs, stage time, and I was blessed to get as much stage time at the Comedy Store.
Because you have to get past, right, to get like into the regular rotation, right?
Into the regular rotation. And so, which is like the Friends and Family show where they can kind of get up and stuff like that. So that's the show that I was doing. And it was like, I was blessed to get as much stage time as I did being out there in a small amount of time, but it was still kind of scarce in comparison to what I was used to doing here. So it was, and then that's why I ended up starting a room, because at least at the end of the day, I can guarantee I can get stage time once a month at my own show to sharpen my own skills and keep my own self sharp. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I started the room. And it's a relationship business. You know, now I'm the girl that got a room and everybody in Hollywood like, oh, well, she got something going on. So let me be nice to her. So, you know, I was learning how to play the game. You know, I'm from Detroit. I know how to play the game.
Yeah, you got the hustle.
You're learning how to sell comedy like you were selling tombstones.
You know what I'm saying? It's all sales, baby. It's all sales. So it was definitely going good. California was definitely different though. I love the weather, the weed, awesome. It was legal. You can just smoke wherever you want to.
Yeah, we get a comment from Tom Schultz. I heard you have to pay for mic time in clubs, especially in the bigger cities. That's good. You're getting stage time.
Yes, you do have to pay $1 a minute. That is absolutely true.
Is that true? Wow.
That's absolutely true. Some clubs are like $5 for 5 minutes, $10 for 10 minutes.
Wow.
You got to buy something to, you got to buy a slice of pizza or a drink and everything like that.
That's
and
insane.
Some places.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so that was another thing. You know, now you got to catch the bus all the way here or drive all the way here in traffic and still pay the stage time. You know, you're only getting 5 minutes. It's in the back of a warehouse in the closet. And so that was another thing that people were charging for stage time. So, forgot about that. So that's another thing. Comedians out there, if you're watching, be happy that you don't have to pay for stage time, because it's not the bee's knees at all.
So was it a tough decision to move back to Detroit, or was it kind of made for you because of COVID?
COVID. I'm not here. I'm just here. I'm not really even here. You know what I'm saying? My body is here.
You're allegedly here.
My body's here. My man on the other side of town. I'm allegedly here. This is just a hologram. Y'all don't even know that.
Okay.
So
you're like Tupac.
Yeah. My hologram is here, but my physical body is in California. Yeah, I just came back because of COVID. My parents, like when I left, and I think I got back here like end of July, August. So it had been almost a year since I've been home, because I couldn't visit because COVID happened right when I was coming home to visit, so I couldn't visit. And, we were quarantined. So it had been almost a year since I was home. And my parents are older and I hadn't seen them. And, I was like, I was here, plus the clubs closed. And LA got weird once the clubs closed. It was just like, what am I here for? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm now just there's nothing wrong with being an LA resident, but I still want to pay LA bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So, it was no point in me being the third wheel in a quarantine with my cousin and her boyfriend and the baby. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm be the third wheel at home with my own parents. You know I've been cop blocking them since the 80s. So I'm
do they support your comedy career? Or they're like telling you, why don't you go back to the cemetery?
No, my parents support my comedy. I mean, like my dad, parents is a part of them is always going to think you're a bum. One parent is going to think you're a bum and the other parent is going to support you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only to my father saw me on Channel 4 and PBS did he think I made something myself. All of the other shit I did never mattered. You know what I'm saying? But when he saw me on PBS, he was like, oh, okay, all right. Then when he seen me on Channel 4, he was like, okay, Mella, I see you. Like, forget that I performed for 300, 400, 500, forget all the other, I won money, all that stuff does not matter. Forget that I moved across country and I'm at clubs where some of the most famous people in the world have played. Forget all that. You was on the news. You was on the news, which is a great big deal. I love it. But that's the only thing that he saw in his mind was PBS and the news. And for an old black man, you made it. So my mom supports it 100%. My family, they always knew that's what I wanted to do. Everybody was.
Okay.
They pretty much was like waiting on me and was like, well, how long is it gonna take you to be a comedian? So they already knew it. So she supports me 100%. And you always got a couple little haters. I just found out I had haters. It's pretty cool. I didn't know I had them. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's when you find out you're doing something. When people be like, who she thinks she is. And I be like, do y'all know I'm poor? The perception.
Come on, like in your family, haters.
Family and a couple friends, distant cousins and some friends. What I'm saying? But it's or just like little small stuff, but it's funny because it's like, or just people around you, it could be boyfriend, it could be anybody. I just noticed, but it's funny because it's like people, the perception that people have, like you have money because I live in California. It's like I'm poor. I catch the bus. Okay. Yeah. The bus card is more important than my debit card to me right now. If I lose my bus card, all hell gonna break loose. Because I just loaded $20 on that bitch and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can get another debit card, but you cannot get that $20 back on that bus card. So I'm saying, like, so for me, it's funny that people think that I have money because I'll be like, because I was on the news and I live in California, and I'm like, don't y'all know I'm upstairs going natural because I can't afford to get my hair done? That's the reason I'm going natural because I'm like, I ain't got no money. Oh yeah, so I mean, y'all can laugh at that. Everybody looking like that's so sad. Like comedians, we gave up. We almost are like, we're in the what is it? We're like in nuns. Like we gave up material things. And y'all look so sad. Like,
just to make some people laugh, right?
Yeah.
And y'all looking so sad, like she's poor.
I'm laughing.
Y'all feel bad for me. No, I'm okay, y'all. This is the happiest I ever been. I'm so broke, and I'm so happy.
Well, that's hey.
We only bring on people we feel sorry for, so we feel better.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Now my daddy started yelling up the stairs like, "Cut that shit out!" Then
So So your plan is to go back to LA like when things get better with COVID?
Absolutely. I mean, because I made a little home there, and I started having friends there. I got a couple little boyfriends in the neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
So I got to go back. I plus I'm about to wear out my welcome in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? I've been running amok since I've been here. Fucking up arranged marriages. No, I'm just playing.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. You dated an Indian guy, a man of Indian descent, and you got left for an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Which I've heard of before, being of Indian descent myself.
I know.
Which I've never done.
So I'm like, he lucky that I went to church and I got morals from my mama and my daddy because he legit can afford me right now. Because he all like, I mean, I got a maid. I mean, in so many terms, he was like, I can afford your lifestyle. And I was like, no, you can, but I got to be better than this. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, I could be like, no, you can't. But now I'm like, yeah. If you got a cold ass $1,500 a month, you can afford me. Like, I learned to live with comedy teaches you to live with so much less. Like, I don't really need a lot.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I used to just buy a lot of clothes and stuff like that. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Especially like comedy. Now. Yeah. And then comedy doesn't really call for me to just. Like, I'm not at the level in comedy where I have to wear sequins on stage. You know what I'm saying? I'm not at that level. So I feel like I can still wear a blue jean jacket and some stretch pants and a nice pair of boots and call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't spend money on stuff like that. So comedy takes your soul. It does.
Takes your soul.
Yeah.
It does. Like because next thing you know, you wake up and you be like, I'm single. My cousins don't call me no more to go nowhere.
Yeah.
My friends ain't fucking with me. Who do I talk to all day? Comedians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you'll get on the phone and you try to have like a regular conversation with people and it's boring. Like I had a boyfriend and we broke up because he had a good job at the plant and all that, but I did not give a fuck about him being the team lead on shift 3. I didn't give a fuck. He was so excited to become the team lead on shift 3.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there like, I just performed with dude from 5150 from 85 South, and you think I care about you being the team lead? Like, and I don't want to be like that. Like, You know, I was just a lightweight star on the weekend, Thursday through Sunday. You think I can't say that because I ain't got the money to prove it. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to shut the fuck up and be like, for real, I'm so happy that you became team lead on shift 3. You know what I'm saying? In my heart, I don't care. In my pockets, I care. In my pockets. I hope you're not watching, Big Head. I love you, Big Head.
So, as a comedian, do you have like a big picture plan of what you like to do for like how you see your career being? Like, is it just like traveling all around? Is it getting a show? You know, like were you exploring like acting or anything like that? Or are you like straight comedy?
You know what? I absolutely want to get into acting. I want to have my own sitcom about me.
I think someone who works selling cemetery plots would be a good basis for a sitcom.
You know, so I want to do my own sitcom about me. I would definitely like to, you know, I would still like to travel and do comedy, but I can also see myself getting into movies. And like I said, I want to have my own sitcom. Still want to do late night TV. I still want to do a late night.
I think you'd be great on late night TV.
Yeah. I still want to do late night. So that's always been a dream of mine, was to do late night. So definitely doing late night, doing my own sitcom, and just everything comedy. Anything that comes my way comedy that I can do to bring funny. And I also want to do like my own version of the Clumps, because I do voices and stuff that. And if y'all get a chance, I actually did a skit on my page. I'm gonna share it again. It's about when writing an obituary goes wrong. And and I introduced some of my characters on there. And so it's pretty funny. So I'm gonna do. So I have a series of videos coming out surrounded about death. So one is when the writing obituary goes wrong. I know this is morbid. The other one is about.
I love this topic. I love.
Great. I love it.
The other one is about when you pull the plug, and then the other one's about planning the funeral. The other one's about when they get the life insurance money. So it's just a lot of different videos that I got on there on my YouTube at Melanie Hearn. That those will be going up tomorrow. Actually, I was working on that tonight. So so I'm just all roads comedy that I can explore. I feel like I just kind of tapped the surface of my what I really want to do. I feel like there's so many things. You know, I would actually do late night, and then once I get a little, you know, older or whatever have you, I might switch back over and do like the daytime or something like that. So I'm open to opportunity, you know, and whatever blessings come my way. That's right for me. That's what I'm open to.
Well, I hope you know this COVID thing ends so we can all get back to normal. You can get back to LA.
Absolutely.
And if you want to follow Melanie, you can follow her on Instagram at Melanie J _comedy. It's scrolling along the bottom of the screen. Her YouTube, which she mentioned, and also on Facebook at comedian Melanie Hearn. We got some comments from the audience. Donnie Riddell says, "I'm laughing." Tom Schultz says, "That's nice. Your parents got your back." Tom says also, "Seth Meyers, you owe me one. Put Melanie on your show." So who knows if that's true? Maybe you'll be getting a call from Seth Meyers. Who knows?
Please, Seth, please.
And if you want to see Melanie do comedy, pay her.
Yeah. I've been I've had the the good luck to see Melanie perform a couple times at AWOL and at Mark Ridley's. And it's definitely one to watch, and I'm a fan. So
I remember seeing you at AWOL and my cheeks hurt.
Oh, thank you so much. I remember that show. I remember that was a good show. I was drunk that day too. Because me and Mike Jeter was on the show. Wasn't Mike Jeter on the show? I believe.
Or Alex Bozanovic.
Alex Bozanovic. I don't know why Peter was there.
He might have been on also. There were a number of people. So.
Yeah, there was a couple because it was in like that. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, and I wore the Jordan 6s that Jake helped me get. So
I remember. I think I flirted with you. I might have.
Yeah, we might have flirted. You know. See
what's happening right now?
I don't do long distance.
The Holy Spirit coming in. I tell him to stop.
Yeah. But I do need a cemetery plot, so we'll see.
I got you.
Melanie, thanks so much for being on. Catch her, like I said, she's one to watch. Look for her. I'm sure you'll be seeing her on late night before long. Thanks so much for being on. It was a pleasure.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for having me. Take care. Please have a good one.
You too.
Melanie Hearn, she was great. That was like
She's
I would totally
awesome.
watch a sitcom, with Tombstone based, or selling plots and stuff like that.
would too.
Or
she's got to really pull.
Or allegedly, they did.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. God.
She's got a really polarizing personality.
Yeah. So you're saying she's like
I'm
Trump,
into it.
Kate? Is that what you're saying?
No. What? Does he have a polarizing personality?
Yeah, you either hate him or you love him. So super.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Then I used the wrong phrasing.
Okay.
I'm sundowning, guys. I'm sorry.
Words
that's all right.
I don't know what words mean.
Yeah.
Especially words.
It's only
like
my profession. I did. You know what comes.
Are we about? I gotta piss so bad.
We're done.
We can be done. Nick.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can be done.
It
was a great show as always.
Have an accident.
Thanks to everybody.
Don't do it.
Thanks to everyone. You can actually leave right now if you want.
Okay.
So if you gotta go.
Okay. Bye.
And come bye. And hey, I
Never
understand, man.
change,
When you gotta
Nicholas.
pee.
Never change.
Yeah. But it was a great show. Thanks to everybody for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Check our Facebook and Instagram, and so follow our YouTube page to see more upcoming stuff. We'll be posting more content, short little funny videos and things like that. For Nick, Andy, I'll say the people who aren't here, Kyle, here in spirit, and Katie, Kate, Jake, and myself. Have a great week, and thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.